Hello. I got a haircut and I don't paint anymore, so
I'm not a shark anymore either.
here I
I'm
am.
a human.
Yeah, I think we had a good innings, man. We had a good innings, but there's only there's only so many hours where I can wear a wig
I was
when
sweating
I've been
really
awake
bad.
all night.
I was sweating really bad. Just
Yeah,
drenched.
I respect your grind there with the shark outfit. That wasn't a it was a hot box.
I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for you
He is.
guys.
He's doing it for you guys.
Not for me. Not for this guy.
Now
For
I can
you.
hold my little ECS card because I'm not holding the little painting thing.
There
What
you
are those
go.
things called anyway?
I knew the
Like,
term for it.
yeah. What are these called? Someone tweet me. Let me know what these things are called.
I
Because I just
forgot.
like to know
I
or
was
remember.
I was in art too, and I don't remember what that is.
I didn't study arts, but I knew what it was once. So
It's a weird word, I think.
we are going on to train. Luminosity have joined. Oh, do we have an up-to-date table? I don't know if we do, because if possible, even if it's not, I don't really care. I just want to see where they are at the moment. Okay. Soon we will see. Luminosity, 3 for 13. A team that showed so much promise. Let's not forget the PGR Krakow Major.
That's
turned
true.
into this. It's gone from second place to 3 for bloody 13. That's disastrous.
Hen1 and Lucas were one of the, up and coming, well, not up and coming, but they were really dominating, like right under, I guess, SK. It was like SK, and then it was those guys on Immortals.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, after that whole 100 Thieves fiasco,
yeah,
KNV and all that, they just went way downhill. So
yeah, all I want to see is Counter-Strike. So I'm really sad that all that stuff happened and fell to pieces when we could have just seen a really awesome team. But now that'll never happen.
Now it is what it is.
Yeah, and now they are not doing very well at all at the moment. Luminosity, they're going up against Renegades. Excuse me for coughing onto the mic.
It's okay.
So yeah, I mean, it tells its own story. It's been very, very, very lackluster. Going back to older rosters before Hen1 and Lucas 1 joined Luminosity, before Steel joined as well. On their T sides, they'd be very laboured. They'd play a super slow game. Wouldn't really get through the choke points. Never have enough time. And yeah, left a lot to be desired. Obviously, they've ended up with this team, but I just don't see, like, the question I was asking is, how is this team going to improve? How is it going to get better? Because I don't see how. We just haven't really seen anything from the team.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, maybe this is a toss away season where maybe it's already over. Let's just try to build up some teamwork, chemistry, and all that good stuff. And like, I don't know. On paper, they should be good. Like from before, as I said before, these guys were like one of the top dominating duos in the league, Lucas and Hen1. And Yell, when he was on the team, or he was also like a player that was up and coming in the scene. He was like opping, he was, they talked all about it and stuff, but now they just kind of fell off the planet. And also for Steel too, like, kind of feel bad for the guy. We all feel bad for the guy.
Obviously, Steel chose to leave Team Liquid. I don't know if it was a pressure thing or he didn't feel like it was, I don't know, whatever it was, he didn't feel comfortable at that level. I actually went to Team Liquid's facility, which is a 5-minute car ride from here. When he was playing for the team, I think people hadn't moved over to this area of the world yet. So he was there, Zeus was there. Yeah, he moved to Luminosity, and it's been, I mean, it has to be really disappointing for him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Super nice guy, one of the nicest guys on the nice guy table of the people we know, whether they're nice guys or not, if that makes any sense. Because we don't speak to every, like, he's more exposed on camera than other players, and he is, just seems to be a wonderful human being.
People like him.
We want to see him succeed, and that's not what's happening at the moment. I'm not sure what their standing is in ESL Pro League, if it's any better. Can't be much worse though, 3 for 13. The game is about to begin again. It is Train, which we've seen a number of times for Luminosity. You would think, okay, we've got Yell, we've got Henny, the 2 AWPs and so on and so forth, but it doesn't really work out that well. There isn't always everything they need around them. Strategy, putting themselves in a position to succeed. It's been a while since we last saw them, so maybe they've had time to review and improve something, change something. You can see Steel holding onto his smoke towards the IV position. And indeed, Renegades have shown some presence over there, and they're falling back. They've got to go quietly here, though, because these CTs would hit a rotation, these Luminosity players. Very aggressive, straight into main with a double peek, one crouching, one standing. But again, Renegades will give no sound cues away, holding shift all the way.
All the way indeed, and 2 smokes from Renegade and 3 flashes. But is Hen One going to catch him off guard? Yes, they are. And JKS getting taken out. Douching the frost, and Lucas One is in a really awkward spot. And so is Hen One at the moment. He's going to try to make something happen.
Ooh, running out of bullets just with pre-fire. 2 bullets left before he even sees the target, and he's got nothing left. That's a shame. 3v3. Picking up the P250 is Gratis. Faction doesn't last very long, though. Jacob trying to force the issue, and now Azza is alone. 1 versus 3. Neckers checking connector. The bomb is actually planted in that direction, but no. It will be Luminosity successful in the pistol round. And so it begins, but how long will it last?
We will see. Good little hold by Luminosity. Bring it to 1-0. Look at Hen One decides to buy an M4. And I'm curious if, I'm assuming Yell is going to more of a rifle position, maybe second opper. I still think Hen One should be the dedicated opper of the team. But again, a map like Train, they could both be open. It's very viable. Yell spotting at least 1 Ivy. He's not going to risk, going to fall back. Not sure if they have deagles or what guns yet. And so far, this prompts Lucas to kind of get information, push inside. Allows Steel to fall back and help towards this Ivy. So now Luminosity's looking like in the driver's seat of really winning this round.
Quite like seeing proactivity like this in a round where you have many advantages, because it just makes it so much stronger. A pop flash. And we've got Jacob behind E-Box, spotted now by Steel. There he goes. Nice. 2 kills in 2 rounds. It's still early, so it doesn't really matter too much. Especially as the buy is coming out for Renegades now. The AWP for Gratis Faction.
Alright.
No helmets. Helmet 2.
Pretty similar. Let's see what kind of strat they're going to do. Got 3 Ivy take. 1-1-3. Others be throwing a nade in between, chunking Henny to 63 HP. Really great nade.
And there's one back.
There we go. That's good 2 HP nades by both teams. Trying to spam through the smoke, and look at this little cheeky boost above the smoke. I don't think you'd be able to see anything though. Gets blinded.
HE usage has come such a long way from even a year ago.
Yeah.
Maybe even 9 months ago.
It's finding the lost art of nading. This was very common way back in the day, There's no Molotovs or anything, so you had to use nades.
I remember when there was a petition for the Molotovs to not be in the game.
Really?
Yeah, if you look up on HOTV, you'll find it.
People are traumatized. Now Molotovs are so part of the game.
Yeah.
It's just...
I don't know how different they are now to how they were when they were first introduced. I can't quite remember, to be honest.
I think they did a lot more damage. So, now on the Molotovs, the first 4 or 5 ticks don't do as much damage. Like back then, I think the first 4 or 5 ticks did a lot more damage, and so it was harder for people to maneuver. Couldn't maneuver away. You just get chunked so much.
Well, look at these frags from Luminosity early, but they're looking good. They've got a 4 versus 2. As has made his way onto the site. Quick peek from Steel, can't get a kill, however. Pre-fire towards the IV position and answer back. 14 seconds for this bomb to go down. Another smoke towards IV, again, very important. Good that he takes an alternate angle, because perhaps there could have been some spray there. They don't have control of IV or pop, but the smoke will help them plant a bomb. Now, 2 versus 3, both tag these Renegades players, although so are Henny and Nekiz. Lucas with the MP9, the bloody football again, honestly. It's ridiculous. But Henny hasn't heard it.
This is a great move by JKS to reflank through that old bomb train. Eliminates so many angles and covers the Ivy. This should be around with the Renegades unless they drop the ball. Which they don't. Renegades taking the first round 2-1. Great move by JKS. Awesome flank, eliminating possibilities for Azur. Being a great teammate.
Very nice.
And whoa. All right. Luminosity. So there's option to. I mean, they bought, but I guess you could have maybe buy pistols and save one, so you can afford ops. That's also a possibility, but they decide to just buy rifles. No kit, of course.
That continues to upset you.
just get me one, please. But Renegades really spread out, pretty default 2-1-2-ish. 1-2-2 looks like right now. Bomb is still by T-spawn, so nothing happening anytime soon. JChem and JKS, partners in crime, it seems like. They don't spot anything in these brown halls. Luminosity playing a pretty passive 3-player setup in B. Why not? What gave that away?
Yeah, this is a lot of guesswork. Maybe it's a feeling they have when there's a lack of activity around the map.
Yeah.
Renegades running the clock down, exhausting the utility. At this point, Luminosity are left with 3 flashbangs, and that's about it. So far, so good for Renegades, but again, indeed, it is time to breach the choke points. Very slow round so far, 0 action. It's an interesting challenge when every round is like this, as it used to be on the old cobblestone, for example, to find something to talk about while nothing happens.
You have to tiptoe on cobblestone.
Yeah, Liaz has made his way into the A side to see what's going on. In the meantime, they're pushing through towards B. Azza with 2 kills. Always important for Renegades is Azza planting the bomb. He's in the red. No grenade sailing his way because there's only flashbangs. Just the one now for Luminosity. And there's, of course, that flank from Liaz. And Jacob as well. There's Steel picked off. And now these players are on a sandwich. And it's not a nice one. Doesn't taste very good. The meat might even be off. Ding dong. And there's round number 2 for Renegades. Wait out the grenades, run down the clock, execute, flank, all good in the hood.
Not enough to save. Hopefully they can be able to well, they will be by op next round. 24 hundo for the next loss, which doesn't give you that much money, to be honest. Penny bought next grenade. Might regret that. Sneak out here, gets a kill on Nekaz, and then gets a kill on Yell on top of the green train. Gonna be Molotov spots the guy by camera. Nice double Molotov behind the bomb train, cutting off anyone in the area. Looks like it's going to be a flawless round here. Oh, Steel, nope. No kill on Steel, 5 for 0.
I wonder if it was, I think we were having a discussion about international teams, and if you take Steel, for example, when he was on Liquid, there's a fair chance he's thinking in Portuguese, but then talking in English, which takes, some extra brain power to go from one to the other.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Luminosity where there was one team he was on, maybe it's his current team, where he said that, I think it might be Henny, who sometimes makes a call like on the fly, as in a, like you call it Olafmeister position, he might call it like boat or something, You're trying to figure out.
I remember the interview.
That was so funny.
It's like, what? What is boat? What is boat?
Yeah. All right, Renegades. 1 round to the good. Luminosity low on grenades once again. Nothing doing over the smoke in Pop Dog. Yell holding an angle. He's the 1 AWP. No Kevlar in this round. Now we've got 3 plays in Pop. Will this be a faster round for Renegades? Seems it might be. The grenades flying in, taking angles away. They've got a lurk smoke to creep out with, going through the smoke itself, and Yell gets caught off very quickly. No trade. Henny falling back. He's got his teammates run distraction with. Nekaz goes down eventually. There goes Henny as well. And what does that leave for the likes of Lucas One and Steel? Steel coming back in from the IV position. I don't know. Well, he does know now. Gratisfaction smashing the glass, so he will be.
Ooh.
Well, that's kind of.
That's a mistake.
I don't know what that is. But we've got a player towards E-box and a player towards main. Luminosity have to find this out quickly because these players of life don't have a kit, that kit which Eric is always asking for and never gets. One player spotted towards main, there's the other one, but there's just not time to get these frags. They can just tease and wait for the beat. There is Liaz. Oh, it doesn't get their steal. 4 rounds in a row now for Renegade, and Luminosity are back in Eco Town.
Surprised the Hen one up there. Hen one didn't move after he got the kill. He was pretty much spotted. You see a lot of, at least I saw a lot of the European games, they would get a kill on top of that Z and then immediately fall off, obviously, because people are going to be looking there. Hen one decided, hey, maybe they won't look it there. He was wrong.
Ooh, meaty. It's Renegades with the guns. Luminosity with the pistols.
Oh,
the bloody ball again.
Why is it always where we watch him? Just in choke, it's always in choke points.
Where is the competitive integrity if you allow it to spawn completely randomly anywhere on the map? Not necessary. At least limit it in competitive modes.
Have a mode. Just click.
I have no
mode.
sense of humor for this.
You don't. You're over it. You're done. Steel getting smoked out over there. Yell. Kind of a crossfire, but they're smoked out. Can't really help each other out. As we see, Liaz is going to try to make a move with a MAC-10 out. Ivy. He spots 2 people crossfiring, so he's going to call it out. In the front, Renegades are taking this inside. Luke is getting the shot off. Just getting the kill, but not quite. Exchange is going from both sides, ended up being a 2-on-3 situation. Renegades. Oh no, Steel.
What is he doing there?
Liaz is having a good. Oh.
Oh, that's annoying, isn't it?
Guess it's too far away to go E, but it, you know, it's only a MAC-10, so Luminosity is going to be buying next round anyways. Full max bonus.
Double AWPs, all but guaranteed.
At least 2. I'm counting at least 2. Last time we've seen the triple op. It's been a while for me. I think maybe the Asian Minor was the last time I've seen it. I don't know.
You know, Hen 1's last name always makes me think of telefrags in TF2.
Oh yeah? Tenants.
Just made me think teleport, telefrag.
There you go.
Built in a dispenser.
There you go.
I have about 800 hours or 600 hours in TF2.
Nice. I played a lot of TFC.
TFC? I didn't play TFC.
That was the game before I played Counter-Strike.
I played Dave Defeat and Counter-Strike at the same time.
Nice. Dave Defeat was a good one.
Spot of Ricochet.
Played Fire in the Hole or something. I don't know, something called like RITD or I don't know, something like that. It was a game where it was like almost a rip-off of CS, but it was a Half-Life mod.
Played Little Enemy Territory as well.
There you go.
All right then. Double grenades, walking through the smoke, and well, what can you say about that? I honestly don't know what I'm witnessing right now. JKS and Azza remain. They've got a lot of work to do. Henny's being taken down in a hyper-aggressive position. You wouldn't want anything else from Henny. JKS making inroads towards the B-bomb site. That's one of the common positions where someone like Lucas or Zipex would be standing, or many Soul players on the B-bomb site. But the bomb needs to be collected down Ivy. As is on the way. Does JKS tries to hold on to this position though, because surely more players will rotate. Moving forward now, Steel has not realized the situation. Obviously the kills, all those kills in Ivy were behind the smoke. They don't know the bomb is there. JKS has gone into a flanking position. Surely he's just been spotted though.
He's got shot up from the butt. But Yell missed the back shot.
But Nekez is still on the A bomb site. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if Azza would make a play towards A, but Nekez with a 180 at the right time. And there is the round for Luminosity. You just don't see players walk for a smoke like this.
Or
and not even check that corner.
Like you see that smoke there, there's probably a decent chance someone might be in the corner. Either way, you still check that corner. It's like one of the most common spots that we see people hide consistently. Just a blunder by Renegades.
I mean, maybe there's a hard read there. Like, you know, Luminosity like to avoid this position. Seems there's some go-TV lag, but hopefully it clears up quickly. How about that for HE? Very forward. That may slow Renegades down in that position. Excuse my coughing. Yeah, I can only imagine someone's been watching demos and like when they smoke this, they just, you know, they're focusing on, I don't know, they've got a sniper looking down to the Olofmeister position or something. So the one time they tried to capitalize upon that, Luminosity are doing something different. That's the weird thing. It can look terrible from our screen, so we don't know the reasons why they're necessarily doing that.
That's true. Hindsight is 2020. Head 1 taking out gratification. There we go, gratification. A little up right off the bat. Molly behind or on top of the blue. Steel though, getting info. And this prompts Luminosity to rotate the inside as the flank proves to be successful.
Well, well, well. Nekker's in main, I suppose, in case it goes to pop bomb. Lucas taken down. Steel needs to speed up now because they are losing the numbers. Indeed, he does. No one on the high ground as they're trying to reposition. Got a grenade out. There's one. There's a transfer for two. Sidewalk player. Jacob will stop that kill, but not for long.
Wow.
4 rounds for Luminosity. He'll delay the defuse while the second AWP is collected. All important AWP, collecting the extra utility. Free money.
Nekker's has a kit. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, very interesting. Great flank by Steel. Really saved Luminosity that round. Because I'm sure any second, if he was any slower, they would turn and watch the flank after they got those kills. But it was a split second too quick. Luminosity not giving up just yet. Still double op setup. Nekker's mollying the connector. T-con area. Pushing towards this E-box. Train, I should say. Now this used to be an old JDM angle, but he'd be on top of like the side, like a lip right on the red. I used to see JDM love opping that angle way back in the day.
Luminosity taking liberties on that main position. Although it's being watched for. Renegades know it could be compromised. No assumptions will be made, apart from worst case scenario, which is always good and healthy for a team. Ooh, Yell, he strafes before he shoots. You've got to trust oneself to land a shot. Who's that? Is that Azza? I think he might have tagged him, I'm not sure, but the shadow gives the position away. Doesn't miss that one on 180 Liaz. So speaking of 180, great play from Liaz. 1 versus 2. Oh my god! Damage done, but the round will go to Luminosity. But let's see the impact of that damage now. Oh boy, well. Renegades likely in Eco Town. That may save Luminosity because their money sucks.
Very small buy. And look at this. Renegades going to force buy. Maybe they recognize how low they're going to be. Or maybe they have a specific strat with all these utility and pistols.
That would be a solid read considering Luminosity have won the last 3 rounds in a row. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very good call on Renegades to know that, see that.
There's a pop flash. JKS could not be more blind if he had a helmet on backwards. Lucas throws a grenade, falls back. Now let's see. Renegades outside the B bomb site. See the 100 Thieves sticker on Henny's gun.
Oh, that nade's been doing work all day.
Indeed it has. Very expectant are Luminosity. Towards B, 3 players deep, and again that flanking just continues. Steel just wants to give them a big hug. They're lining up, that's the bomb as well. Closing the distance now, jumping down. Steel will get dropped though.
It was a little too aggressive by Steel.
Yeah, wasn't really necessary. With eyes on the bomb. And now Azza may have a bomb plant. Maybe not.
Yell's gonna make sure that he is the gatekeeper to the A bomb site. You must pay him off. And force buy not fruitful for Renegades. Going to have to save. A cold pistol, CZ.
Usual grenades out. Jacob looking for a player making his way to E-box or to Pop Dog with his wide left strafe.
Ooh. That's a nice little one-way.
I mean, if he threw that smoke himself, that's got to be a warning that some nonsense is going on.
That's true. Be red flag in my book.
Can't imagine the CTs would throw a smoke so... I mean, no, actually, sometimes you do get a smoke like that, so it is entirely plausible that Steel threw that smoke. It's a rarer one, but there is a particular lineup for a smoke like that the CTs will use.
If you push or something, or?
Just, no, from the A-site side of Ivy, you can throw a smoke. I think it might bounce off the wall or something, which lands like that. I've seen one team throw it before. And it's just a nuisance smoke. I think there's probably more value in smoking off Ivy in a normal fashion, but
Yeah.
I've seen it rarely, like twice.
Yeah. Didn't pay off. Op coming from the Renegade side. Sending 3 people above the white halls, brown hall area. That flash was a little too early. Still getting uncaught, but the Renegades getting the kill. Switched out by JKS. 4-on-3 situation. And mistakes were made by JKS. JCam cleans up.
Shadow? No shadow.
Shadow?
Always have your shadow settings on high. The higher your settings, the further away you can see shadows from. Actually, I was playing a game with a commentator. Actually, no, I'll tell it during the break. Ooh, the flick from Henny. That's why he's on the team. Jumps as well, just for extra measure. Up there, one player goes. It's like avoid Henny game. So, okay. Lucas, free kill for him. Jacob, maybe expecting a rotation from Luminosity towards the A site, but that's not really the case. One per site at the moment. Liaz at the back. A lot of time. He could go for a pick. That smoke, he could try to close the distance with it. Lucas looking around, smoke dissipates, and there is the kill for Liaz. So up the ramp, the entrance to B from the T point of view. If you're at the top of the ramp, and so if you're looking into the site, and there is a CT standing on the train at the bottom of the ramp, if your shadow settings are on low, you won't see his shadow. But if they're on like medium or high, then you will see his shadow. So I noticed from one player, I could clearly see the guy was standing there, because you could see his entire silhouette, but the guy I was watching couldn't see it because the shadow settings were low. So always make sure your shadow settings are high. 2 AWPs for Luminosity. Lucas expectant of a fast play to smoke. Will allow him to come down, but again they're lining up. Only the one kill for him. He's alone. The rotation will be quick for Renegades, being very careful not to get pre-fired as he comes out. Around the back now. That's a lovely shot from Yell. Not good for the second one to Gratifaction though, who's behind the smoke now. This is absolute carnage. Second last round of the first half. Taking some heavy grenade damage, Gratifaction. But with that kill on Nekis, what do Luminosity choose to do? Steel's at the point of no return. Will that compel Henny to commit the AWP to this push as well? Henny's one with the kit, so he's so far away. Surely this round can't be won.
Yeah, and all 3 people from Renegades are looking at that lower ramp. They were for a split second. Ooh, Steel needed to get that kill for any chance happening. Henny's going to have to run away. Got Steel lagged out there.
Oh, why is he still standing there?
Henwan should have ran away a long time ago.
Yeah, and I think Steel didn't need to actually take that engagement, although I'm sure he expected to win the duel, but with 2 more players alive. Well, the money actually is the first round when Renegades won, so there is value there. If they had more rounds in a row, then better to let him go and try to just hide in the corner. But Henny definitely outstayed his welcome with the AWP. Something that we weren't watching his POV, so I won't be overly critical, but I do want to say that it was him many moons ago, I saw an Inferno, who would really need to save his AWP, can't buy in the next round, but will still be standing there trying to get an exit frag when it's like your own economy is the priority here.
Yeah.
So fall back, although there are angles a sniper will take where he's almost, will feel like he's 19 times out of 20 going to get a kill and then fall back. It is a complicated game. Big flashbang, and Liaz will save his teammate.
Not paying dividends for Luminosity right there. Renegades. Nope, Henwan tried to do a dry peek towards Ivy, but Liaz being on point this game. 4 shots. Renegades getting the kill on Azir and Steel killing Liaz. And just like that, 2-on-3 situation. Renegades though in control. Just waiting for JKS to make some noise down ladder. He's gonna swing right back up ladder. Looks like Renegade's gonna hit inside. Lucas spots the two people lower ramp. He's gonna swing to this top ramp. Steal his teammates and try for his flank, but Lucas is not gonna wait for him.
Ooh, can't get the second Lucas. Really needed to. They're both maimed, however. Does Gratisfaction get caught going up on the high ground? No, he will smoke off. Does still read that no one's probably watching this smoke and he should just walk straight through it. He does. There is Gratisfaction. No delay in the frag there to find out where the second player is, and it's JKS on sidewalk now. Crab walking his way up. Still going for the hero defuse. JKS, is he close enough? Oh, it's going to be a close one!
Oh.
I can be your hero, baby.
And he had a kit.
He did have a kit.
You couldn't do
Finally!
that with that. You couldn't do that without a kit.
Exactly.
That's why you get a kit, boys.
17 kills for Steel.
Good flanking by him. He kept Luminosity in a lot of rounds because of those fast flanks and those key gun rounds. Luminosity looking not too shabby. He has got the kit. Thank you. 2 flashes in a kit. That's interesting. Usually you would see a smoke. Because look at Yell. He has a smoke and a Molotov. They're going to do this thing inside. And just like that, they're rushing down lower. Gratica's going to try and get some kills here. He's going to let... Oh no, Nuggets goes by and he gets blinded by his own teammate's flash.
I respect. He's just like, I'll stay here. You've seen me already, but I'm just going to stand and not shoot. Hope for the best. Yell and Lucas versus 3. Creeping through the smoke. He's making plays to win. Somehow escapes back into the smoke as well. Very cheeky from Yell. He doesn't even have Kevlar. And he's going to re-aggress. He's the last man standing now. And it will be Renegades winning the pistol. Much needed for them. Round number 7 for Renegades. Jacob, the cameo Norwegian. Ever been to Norway?
No, I haven't. I would love to go.
Awesome country. I would like to go scuba diving off of Norway, but it would be cold. Very cold.
Off the fjords?
I don't even know. I don't know enough about the country to answer your question. But yeah, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll see an orca. Who knows? I don't know if I'll ever do it though.
I've always known some Norwegians back in the day, and they love their own country, so...
It's a beautiful country. There's a lot to love, apart from the prices of things, but as long as you make enough money, then...
And their economy used to be like one of the best in the world, right? Like per capita or like per person?
I guess so. Liaz doing a backflip. I remember doing somersaults on bouncy castles. There's always one somersault too many when they start deflating it and you just hit concrete.
Oof. But now you're too old. I'm too old to do somersaults. Feels like it.
There's actually a show that was on Channel 4 in the UK about people in London around Edgware Roads, who none of you will know, which none of you will know, who went to join like terrorist organisations, and one of them was a bouncy castle salesman.
What the heck?
It's like, man, I guess business was really bad. That was the alternative choice.
Not popular these days anymore.
Yeah. And you keep seeing like injuries happening and people like dying and stuff. Not good, not good. Well, it's buy time for Luminosity. Hen 1 is naked with the big green gun. It probably isn't actually green. Reference I'll only make on the more hardcore shows. Try to avoid saying that at a major, since they're all... I think one person occasionally uses the actual green skin.
Everyone else is too fancy these days.
Yeah, there's so many pretty skins, man.
Gotta have those skins.
Jacob by E-Box, off angle, sees 2, kills 0. One player towards the top, that's Azza leaning forward, but he can't get anything done. Is this a reset? Oh boy, this is absolutely brutal. It's violent, it's grotesque. This is R-rated as far as Renegades are concerned. Control of Ivy, but not... Actually, they have Yell covering Pop, so pretty good stuff. Will Hen 1's barrel be seen? Yes. Goodbye, Hen 1. JKS with an upgrade. Spots 1 towards E-Box.
He was thinking about... Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Could
I
have
like
saved.
that.
Could have saved for the next round, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Is he going for this now?
I think
Is
maybe
that why he
he's
did that?
going for exit frags. Shadow. Oh, the crouch peek.
I mean, realistically, he could have. Well, I guess he had one flanking from T-Halls, so.
He's afraid of Hen 1's AWP. He is afraid.
It's radioactive.
Even though there is so much advantage to be had on the CT side for Renegades, he's like, well, maybe there's a chance anyone gets this back. Disposes of it.
There you go.
Very rare you'll see an AWP thrown to the point of no return by any team on train. First time I've ever seen it. We'll see if it pays off. They've got the money for one themselves. They could have had two in a round such as this. So it's an interesting gamble. I'll leave it for you at home to decide if it was worth it. But I think if you're going to force buy, throwing an AWP away when you could have two on the CT side of the train is absolute madness.
It is.
Pop flash. Nice play from Gratias faction. You go back to the well. Flash from a teammate and another one from the T's, but he's still alive. Liaz maybe smoking off, trying to retrieve the weapon perhaps. What does Yell choose to do?
Try maybe...
Boosterino?
I think a Boosterino. I like this play right here. Not much of an angle. Oh, made some noise, but look at this. Luminosity can take this lower ramp, at least two of them. And he's going to push all the way.
Oh, this is not going to work out well for them at all, is it? No. Not at all. 0 kills. Absolutely blasted into space by the Mag 7. Jumping E,
there
gets it just in time.
It's a long arm.
And look at that, 4 AKs and an AWP. How has that happened, Luminosity?
Just like that. Round reset. Luminosity, they're going to save. Some of them are a little low on the money. They only get 1,900. But it'll be enough. I guess around, they'll teeter around 4K-ish.
That is an unbelievable change in fortune. It's a role reversal.
Yeah. Luminosity was in control, but now Renegades clawing their way back, and just like that. Oh. Oh? Oh. So close.
That would have been very impressive. I just saw Yell's health going down, down, down. I thought he was standing in the in the Molotov. 3 kills for JKS, 10-10. Only one round won by Luminosity so far. They don't have money for an AWP unless somebody goes no Kevlar.
To a steal. You want to drop the AWP. I know you do.
But then go no helmet.
There he goes. He's a team player.
Yeah, he is a team player. And it's probably worthwhile, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he'll hit the headshot.
The skill ceiling in terms of aim is very high for Henny with an AWP. Saw a crazy flick earlier. Oh, my lungs are giving up, boys.
Okay, day's almost over. Got another great CS match to come. But right now, Hen 1, oh, just barely misses shot. JKS is peering over the smoke. JKS has to fall back. He's not going to risk repeating him by himself. He's still alone inside, even though he spotted AWP. 0 rotation for Renegades. And now Luminosity has a free bomb site.
What do they do, Renegades? Do they save?
They save. I mean, they do have a lot of money, though. Look at that money. But again, their positioning's off. There's 5 people alive. They're slow to rotate.
You don't want to throw all this money down the drain for a low percentage.
Too many factors to... it's better to save.
I remember... I think it was Rops and Oscar 2 versus 5 retake on train the B-bomb site. Absolutely ridiculous.
Did they win the round?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've seen them do 2 versus 5s twice on different maps. Forget the second one, but those guys are something special, a feeling. Opponent dependent, of course.
Definitely. And positioning as well.
Gentleman's agreement. We will all save our bits and bobs. I need to take my asthma pump, I think.
Like bits and bobs. JKS is deciding he wants to join the op game. Double op for the CT side. And plenty of money. Even though they lost a round, look at all that money still on the CT side. Setting themselves out for the long con. E-box sandwich smoke. And looks like Lucas wanted to try to maybe hop around, but he's going to go in the spot to listen for feet. In that little corner. A listening spot, I guess. Good question. Do you hear more if you look into the wall?
Well, it depends on where the sound's coming from. Azza with a very quick 3K, shutting down anybody trying to get out of main. He knows one more person's there because of trajectory. There's a 4K. Maybe he'll get more aggressive looking for the ace as well. Indeed, he will. We've got Steel just wondering what might have happened, what could have been. Should I have instead of Team Liquid? Will we only have 3 kills this season of ECS? 1 minute on the clock. Does he fall back? Azza's holding off angle. He's not looking down Ivy anymore.
Yeah, that's Azur pushing the Ivy, or not Ivy, but T spawner. Yeah. Surprised he didn't even look towards Ivy because Steel was just sitting there in the open.
Rotating about, moving around. Just wants to do some damage. And there will be none. No damage. 4K from Azza. I need to see a replay of what he was doing around main. Blind as well. Boom.
Ooh, that was a nice
You can thank the changes Valve made to like bursting and things like that, because before they made the changes, I don't know if he would have been accurate with that shot on the third player.
Yeah.
So it's so good for the game that they made that change. I think it's weird. They get a lot of criticism, and sometimes it's fair. But I think with the incremental nature of the updates to Counter-Strike, sometimes they don't get enough credit for the the things that are in the game.
People don't like change, even if it's for the good. Then after a while, they learn to love it.
Every now and then, I get someone asking me, "Do you think Valve will release Counter-Strike 2 soon?" And I'm like, this is a different era of gaming. I don't know if you noticed, but
Counter-Strike. Wait, isn't this considered Counter-Strike 3? Is this Counter-Strike 3?
I don't think so, actually.
Because Source.
Yeah, but there's no number 2 on there.
That's true.
So.
Well, they want to be edgy.
Mm.
They want to
Holy crap!
What?
Holy crap!
What's going on?
There was a major update for FPL North America. The monthly prize pool has been doubled to $38,750 a month.
That's a lot of money.
That's insane.
That's convincing me.
That's insane. That's almost $500,000 a year. Well, kind of is almost.
There you go. You got a calculator.
I can't even do the math. I've been awake too long. Introducing a new win streak feature and bonus point system. New feature to incentivize playing your best to win. Oh my god. A daily prize pool of $1,250. What the... I can't say that on camera.
You could.
That's insane. That is actually insane.
That's a lot of money per month.
Unfortunately, my road to FPL, I will die before I make it there.
It's not true. You got to believe in yourself.
Or everyone else will have died, and I'll be like, I'm here, boys. And it's like, well, I just ended a few years ago. That's insane.
You got to believe in
much
yourself.
money.
You could be there one day. It's got to practice. Put some elbow grease into it.
That is bonkers.
It's a lot of money.
That's insane. I need a moment.
There you go. Take a deep breath.
That's crazy.
Into the nose.
Taking a deep breath is hard for me sometimes.
Do you ever do, I guess, have you ever done yoga?
My brother actually teaches yoga, but he lives in France, and oh my god, I got wrecked when I did it. He's the kind of guy who'll make you hold a position for literally 2 minutes. That's a very long time.
Yeah, it is very long.
And you will feel like a longer person afterwards, because it really stretches like, there's no messing around. It's merciless.
So I was thinking, what if yoga, I was thinking if yoga would help your asthma, because there's a lot of deep, long breaths. I don't know if that's good for you or what.
Depends on the environment, really. Just like if it's an aircon environment, I'm going to get wrecked regardless. So, you know. Acupuncture is apparently good. I'm going to have a go at that.
Okay.
There's a place here in Santa Monica near my barbershop. Although I don't know if I'll have time now. I do want someone to stick pins in me, though. Sounds fun.
I've never done it before, but
38,000 and change. God damn. Someone lend me a pound.
I need to grind it a little more. Try to get a piece of the pie.
That is so much money. Oh my god. Well, this is a very slow round, isn't it? Which is why we're talking about anything else, because 2 Deagles, 18 seconds on the clock versus 5 players fully equipped. Not much can be expected. But again, I mean, you can't, not that we're complaining, it's just matter of fact, but of course they're trying to get everything out of the round, make it as expensive as possible, so there's nothing wrong with what they're doing.
Gotta play for that 1%. Every little thing matters. Nade, money wasted, death, it adds up. Right now, Hen 1 will bring out the AWP, and look at this push by Renegades. Going to boost on top of that little alley air conditioning unit. Oh, what a shot. Gratification. Is he going to repeak it? He seems like he's a repeaker. And he does, and he gets the kill on Yell. Just like that. 2 guns out of the hands of Luminosity, 1 including the AWP. And still, Baez is going to hold the Ivy as gratification falls back. But you know what? This is kind of smart from Luminosity. They're going to probably regress in Ivy thinking that the upper fell back, and they're correct. Steel almost got unlucky right there. But 1 minute left. Luminosity being down 2 players. They're going to have to make some kind of power play move here. Lea's going to smoke or nade inside the smoke and try to flash and take over this Ivy. Luminosity's going to try to peek around this corner and kill him, but gratification gets his 3rd kill. And just like that, Renegades cleans up the round. And now the momentum completely in their favor. Luminosity looking a little lost, looking a little desperate.
Love these plays. That is ridiculous though, to get away with the 2nd kill.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, it's against a weak team. So I want to see these kind of things versus the stronger opposition. And again, they've taken some scalps already, Renegades, but there's many games to play. But this is an important W, especially with 4 games to play today. Renegades have everything to gain from their current position in the league. And it's another pistol round. So many pistol rounds in this game of Train. Still going the distance though.
Still going, but it looks like Renegades is so far ahead with double nade. Yell almost gets a kill on Azir, but Azir is going to clean it up.
Yeah, he couldn't see from the miss. And going back to the dunk 2 we saw from Rogue, that's why you throw a HE through double doors.
That's why you do it.
You know?
Would have saved him. An up shot through the wall. Steal. No bomb, no gun. 1 on 4. Oh, he might be able to sneak and get a gun over here. A little like that. But JKM takes him out. Only losing 1 person in the process. Renegades minimizing any risk. Look at the money. I think Renegades could almost buy out almost every single round here at this point. A couple of them. One of them hit the max money. JKM 16,000 pretty much. Here comes the E-box and sandwich smokes from Luminosity. But no pressure out middle. Took even more above ladder than anything else. Had 1. I don't know if that smoke was necessary. That kind of been a waste of a smoke, or maybe he's in for 1 smoke.
Yeah, maybe he thought it would work in one-way smoke fashion and people would be caught in the middle of Ivy, but no, they're down the back. Now what? Minute 25 for Luminosity. Smoked off from Ivy. 2 players in B, 3 players in A. Will it be raw entries attempted from Luminosity? Looking for a peek. Edging forwards. Ooh, JKS says 1, sees another one. He's got Jacob for support. And Lucas will fall back. This is looking really ropey for Luminosity. Very uninspired approaches to the round and just ambitious. Desperate play. It's like, I don't know.
Panicking.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing against match point and that's the best you can do, really. It just doesn't look very good.
Wait, did Lucas have the AWP?
He picked one up. There was one behind him up here somewhere.
From who, though?
Like, Yell, maybe?
Yell, okay. It had been Yell.
29 seconds. And no, an uninspired round from Luminosity.
T-side's been very, not very coordinated. Like their spacing is really off on Luminosity. You saw a lot of rounds where they have 2 people rush out mid, and then like 5 seconds, 6 seconds later, another 2 or 1 will come out middle or something like that. It's just like, doesn't really help your teammates really when you're all dead. Box smoke going out. Azir's going to push into the smoke hit
Ooh, oh my god.
on the forehead of Steel.
It's like 90-something damage done across 2 players. But they're making inroads, although they're running out of players. And there is the end of the game. Not much else to say at that point. I mean, I think it's pretty much expected, really. Luminosity, it's just not their season. Let alone week, day, game, round. It's not their season.
Yeah, not at all. And T side, I mean, the T side was actually pretty good. They're pretty coordinated. They're working together. Lots of flanks. Good reads by Steel on the CT side, but their T side was very lackluster. I don't think they had a direction that they wanted to do. It seemed like they didn't have a game plan. A lot of different spacing issues, and just really Renegades, like at this level, you cannot not have a game plan on T side.
Yeah, and that's what I think they need some help from someone.
I think you mentioned earlier in the IGL. I think these guys need probably
I don't know, man. Get Sean Gares in a translator. Or, I don't know, like...
Do they even have a coach? I don't even know if they have
Zach, I believe Zach is on the team still.
Okay,
Of Luminosity. But whatever they're doing at the moment is clearly not working. But more power to Renegades. Jacob and Azza sharing the spoils at the top of the kill leaderboard. JKS not far behind them again. Everybody turning up and contributing for Renegades. That is a victory on train. Our final map will be Inferno. Can Luminosity get only their 4th win on the board? Their last game this season of ECS. Find out after the break.